everybody, welcome back to Leona's Kitchen. Today in Leona's Kitchen we're going to be making pumpkin and chocolate scones. I've got my hair tied back. I've grabbed my second favorite apron. Has my favorite ginger. His hair matches all those fall colors. All right, let's get started. Pumpkin is a flavor that I did not enjoy as a young person. As I've gotten older, I've come to appreciate it. Pumpkin pie, pumpkin scones. The recipe today will include my favorite, chocolate chunks. I'll put the recipe here. We'll start by adding all the dry ingredients together in this bowl. 3½ cups of all-purpose flour. Now, I still have my whole wheat flour, so I'm going to use it. So it might turn out a little bit darker. Mine might turn out a little bit darker if you're using all-purpose flour. 2 teaspoons of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. 1/2 cup of sugar. 3 teaspoons of ginger and 3/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm going to gently mix those all together. Woo, you can smell that ginger already. Fantastic. For this recipe, I will be using coconut oil. Now, when you add it, you have to make sure that it's a solid and not a liquid. I'll do my best to cut it in. I'll show you what I'm doing. My third installment of Leona's Kitchen, and I've been doing all fall recipes, and I'm excited to share my favorites with you. Now I'm going to add the pumpkin. And we're going to mix well. See, I probably should be using my big, you know what, I'm going to transfer this. I just realized. When I make this recipe, I usually use my big bowl, so give me a second. See, no worries. Sometimes we forget things. Just say plot twist and move on. Now, if you feel that it's not the right consistency, you can always add a little more. Can add a little more pumpkin or a little more coconut oil if you feel like the consistency is not right. You can use obviously butter or margarine. I just didn't want to use that. This is what I had on hand, because I have these things. I bought this pumpkin last week because I knew I'd be making this week. Okay. Now, as I'm almost done mixing it, I'm going to add 1 cup of chocolate to it as well. I like the chocolate chunks. Now, if you want to use mini chocolate chips, that's fine too. I just really like the chocolate. I think you know that about me by now. I really have a soft spot for chocolate. Oh my gosh. All right, it's starting to really come together. I'm just gonna work it a little bit more. And then we're going to put it out on the counter here, lightly floured. It's looking pretty good. I'm just gonna clean up some of these things, put them in the sink for later. Today actually is officially the first day of fall here. And, well, I think for all of us, but for me, per the calendar, it's Sunday. I always film Leona's Kitchen on Sundays and put it out on Wednesdays. So thank you again. This is my third installment. Thrilled you could be here with me. The reason I'm making these scones is tonight we will be having an autumnal tea party by the fire pit. So that will be on my Leona's Creative Endeavors on Saturday's episode. So I hope you'll tune in to see it. Okay, I did prep this and clean it beforehand. My question for you is, do you like scones that are cut or do you like scones that are circles? Okay. Just wondering. I have made them both ways, but for some consistency, I think I do better because I tend to be a little random. I don't know what that is. Here we go. Oh, look at that dough. That looks amazing. Okay, here we go. And here we go. Look at that. Amazing. Okay. Now we have the dough prepped. We're just going to knead it a few times, pushing it eventually into a large circle. You know, I think women in the olden days, when they worked all this dough and hung the laundry out on the line, I bet you they had buff arms. I've got flabby, I work in an office type of arms. Public educator arms. Maybe I should just cook more from scratch. The problem is it's a time thing, right? So like all of us, we're busy moms, working women, and that's okay. All right, I think I need a little more flour. I'm gonna use, where she is. I'm gonna use my roller just to help a little bit. So I have them fairly uniform. I was thinking about doing half without the chunks, but I changed my mind. Okay, that's sort of a good thickness. I like them, as Sir Mix-a-Lot would say, I like them round and real thick and juicy. That's how I like my scones. If you know, you know. Okay. Well, there's a big hunk of chocolate right there. It's not cutting through. There we go. All right, I've got a prepared sheet here. And I'm gonna cut these. Okay. They're coming out beautiful. Oh. Let me finish up here and then I'm gonna throw them in the oven. Oh, I forgot to turn the oven on. 425. Preheat the oven 425. Okay, it does make a lot. And these two are so big at the end, but it's because I had so much leftover dough, I wanted to make sure I used them. They look great. I think what I'm gonna do is put a little cinnamon and sugar on the top. All right. We're gonna put them in a 425-degree oven for between 12 to 15 minutes. And I usually will switch the trays halfway through. So I'll set the timer for 7 and then rotate the trays. Yay! They smell amazing. Cinnamon, pumpkin, ginger. All right. Timer, 7 minutes, start. That would be 14 minutes total. I think my stove does tend to run a little higher, so, but you have to sort of monitor it to make sure that, you know, you don't overcook. Ooh, gorgeous. Yeah, they look nice. Oh, really beautiful. Here, I'll show you the smaller set. I think by now you know the drill. We're gonna let these cool. I'm gonna start a pot of tea and we're gonna have a taste test. Okay, I've taken off my favorite ginger, Jamie. And I'm about to embark on pumpkin made with ginger and chocolate. So I'm really excited for this. I've got pumpkin napkins. Put on my lap. We have a pumpkin candle. Today I have a beautiful Noritake plate. Here, let me put it up close so you can see it. Maybe I'll take a picture of it too. And my teacup, which the gold is so stunning. You can see the design. There we go, maybe to get the glare off of it. This is Hammersley and Company, bone china made in England. And there goes my tea kettle, heating up again. It's real life, folks. It's real life. Okay. Well, it looks amazing. Smells amazing. Let's see. Texture is great. Look at that. Oh, I just saw some chocolate. Look at that. It's moist. Just from looking at it, you can tell. Okay, I was gonna try some butter first. Let me take a bite without butter. I have butter over here. Salted butter, but let's just try it without it first. Ooh. Okay, a piece without the chocolate. You definitely get that ginger hit. Spicy, flavorful, warming. Now with the chocolate. Every time it's about balance. Really nice. Okay, now with a little butter. What is it about real butter? Wow, it really brings out the flavor. This came out really good. This is one of my go-tos in the fall. I don't make it all the time, obviously, but every fall. Wow. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. Or maybe I just like everything I cook. It's so good. It's so savory, and then you get that little bit of chocolate, and then when you add fresh salted butter onto it, it's like it was made for it. Oh, I got some on my finger. I want more butter on it. My nose is right. I want more butter on it. Look how, oh. It really adds another, the saltiness adds this next dimension. And they all marry so beautifully together. You have the sight, the color, the smells, the denseness of it, but it's still moist. Then you get this chocolate hit once in a while. You're not gonna be disappointed. Fall is leveled up. All right. I'm not gonna be hungry for our tea party later, but I don't think that it, you can make it without the chocolate, of course. But you're gonna definitely need, well, I mean, the butter is on. The butter is everything. You know what would also be nice? Some really nice jam, right? That would be phenomenal. I wonder what else we could put on it. Do you like raspberry jam or strawberry jam? Any of the berry jams, obviously. I wonder how peanut butter would taste with it. Mm. Mm. Well, if you try it, or if you think it looks good, and you're gonna try it, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm gonna eat this whole thing right in front of you. You want a bite? Thanks for watching, and don't forget to watch this Saturday, Leona's Creative Endeavors, where we'll have the tea party, Casey, Jim, and I, with these scones. Take care.